following stories are inspired by documented paranormal encounters. Some locations and identities may have been changed to protect the people involved. These stories may be disturbing for younger audiences, and listener discretion is advised. This podcast is based on true events.
Hi, I'm Dalia, she, they.
Hey, I'm B, she, they.
Hi, I'm Brandon, he, him.
And this podcast is based on true events.
Well, it has been a hot minute, guys. Maybe not for you. For you, it's probably only been
A couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, it's been well over a month. Because you got to remember, we record 5 episodes at a time. So we haven't seen each other since, like, episode 52, maybe? Like,
Too long. Yeah, that was our 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that was...
51 was our 1 year. That was the last episode of the past recording. And then we recorded the next one. And it was I looked at it today.
Oh.
Yeah. 52 was the first episode of our recording session last time.
Oh.
Which is, it's crazy to think about because, guys, a lot of things have happened, both good and bad. We've decided not to get into B's, like, exact family stuff, but just know that we were awake for family stuff. It was, for family reasons. Can't be helped. You know.
People in my family decided to die.
All right, I guess.
Several.
I guess there's that. Yes.
Yep.
So funerals is basically the reason.
Yeah. Sorry, pals.
They'll be all right.
Yeah,
if they got a
fine.
serious problem with it, they'll write me an email or something. It's fine.
I think the only complaint I had was from Jordan. She's like, I'm going crazy without new episodes.
Oh,
if
man.
B's not there for another episode this week, I'm coming down myself.
Dang. Jordan can fill in for me.
Yeah.
I would allow that. I would be okay with that.
I would like to get Jordan on as, like, a guest one time. I know she would love to.
yes.
She recently started working on new merch. I sent you the stained glass thing
Yeah.
that she's doing to, like, jog her creative spirit. She's like, I'm starting to get back into it.
It looks so good.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
And, like, I've started actually working on the store and how it looks, the storefront. I love that. That's so cool. A piece of merch that Jordan has made is B's lock screen on her phone. But yeah, it's been a while. And It's been a while. And I feel like me and Dalia have some news to talk about.
Drum roll, please.
No, not that kind of news.
Belly roll, please.
So, the last episode you probably heard, I believe, was episode 57. That sounds correct. Yeah, episode 57. Let me just double check. I believe so, but I'm 56. This is episode 57.
Got it.
Okay, so it's 56. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that checks. Okay, so episode 56. And at least between episode 52 to 56, we had mentioned that our cat Mooney had been being a little bit low energy, maybe. Something like that.
I don't remember what we specifically talked about, but she wasn't doing well.
She wasn't doing too well. Well, not like a couple days after episode 56 went live, we lost our cat Moondragon. For those of you who remember, on Thanksgiving last year, she had kidney failure, and we had to do, like, this IV treatment for a while and change over her food and all this other stuff. And that seemed to help her for a bit, and it got us like another nearly half a year with her, right? And
yeah,
we're
7 months.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have had that with her. But it got really bad. To the point one day we came home and she could barely hold herself up, and we decided that it was time to get her put down. We have her ashes downstairs in the living room, so she's always going to be with us from now on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, we got an urn for her. It's like a little shadow box thing. So in the front has a picture of her. It also has some fur clippings of her that they gave us, as well as some ink prints of her paw that they gave us.
That's really sweet.
It is. We couldn't have gone to a better place. It was the same place that helped Mooney back in November.
Yeah.
And they're just so sweet and caring and understanding. And it was a really hard time for us. Moving on to a bit happier news. About a month later, which for us was a couple weeks back, we took a vacation. We decided to have a staycation. We actually had planned it for a while, so we couldn't afford to go anywhere for vacation. So instead, we stayed home for a week. And we visited different places around Cincinnati. We got to go to Loveland Castle.
Oh, love it there.
Dahlia had never been there. It's such a beautiful place.
Yes,
you know?
it is.
And we got to go to this candy shop called Dorschers. They're the oldest candy shop in
The country.
In the country, yeah.
Wow.
I keep wanting to say in Cincinnati, but no, in the country they're the oldest candy shop. Or at least, yeah, and they still make handmade candy. They specialize in candy canes and candy buttons.
I love candy buttons.
Do you actually?
Yes.
Well, we went. It's a beautiful place. It's in like this old house that's like 20 minutes from us. They have this awesome like was it raspberry lemonade?
It was raspberry tea. Raspberry
Raspberry.
iced tea with lemonade, and it was delicious. I should have gotten the bucket that they had. I sucked down that large one way faster than I should have.
Yeah.
But next time I will be getting a bucket.
Yeah.
It was really good.
But they also, and they keep themselves in business. They just have weird hours. So by the time I'm off work, they're already closed basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they sell like candy cane dust and stuff. So you can like some people buy it to substitute with sugar for their
Like
coffee
coffee,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
They hold chocolate and stuff from other like a candy maker in like Monroe and stuff. So other local candy makers. It's just really cool. But we got to do a lot of really, really neat things. We went on a really fun hike. And then Dalia got a tick in her head, and it was great.
In my head, on my scalp. Yes.
On the scalp,
Ooh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. In my brains.
But probably the best place that we went, it was a last-minute decision. We decided to go to a place in Mason called the Kitty Brew Cat Cafe. And because...
We've never been to a cat cafe.
We never been to a cat cafe, and we knew we wanted to adopt a cat eventually. We did not expect to adopt one that day. We just went, have a cup of coffee, play with the cats. What we didn't expect is to fall absolutely in love with this little one-eyed boy named Dimitri. And when I first went in there, we first saw him. He was in kind of like a back room, like up on a shelf, like on his own, right? A little standoffish. And I kind of held my hand up. I was like, "Are you all right?" And he sniffed it, and he comes down, and he like gets on my shoulders, like immediately,
Like a parrot.
like a parrot, yeah. And we couldn't stop thinking about him the rest of the time, and we could not leave that place without submitting an application for adoption. And we did that, and everybody was really excited for him. He's a 6-year-old boy, so he's not a kitten by any means, but he is younger than Mew.
Very playful.
He's very playful, very skittish, very like standoffish and nervous. We'll get to that in a second, but we had to get Mew updated on her vaccines and stuff before we could adopt her. But we brought him home a couple days later, and it's been a slow going. We don't think he's used to being in a house as big as we have, and his favorite place to hide is actually behind the couch that me and B are sitting on right now. He may be back there right now. We don't know. We haven't seen him since B came in, so that might be exactly where he went. But he likes to hide, especially like to get used to things. But he's been coming out more and like hanging out with us more. He's really
follows
loving.
us around the house.
Yeah,
really.
he follows us around the house. He still has an issue with like if you are walking around him. For some reason, like if you're sitting, he's like, all right, cool, everything's good. But if you stand up, he's like, oh no. But
he's got to get used to it.
He's got to, but he's getting better, and that's the important part. It's been 3 weeks? It's been 3 weeks now.
Has it?
It's been over.
Holy shit!
It was 3 weeks this past Wednesday.
Holy shit!
And we this past week he's had a problem with pooping outside the litter box. We don't know why. It took him a couple days to actually use the litter box because he was scared of the room that it was in. And we kind of had to like put him in there and like kind of close him in there, and then after that he started using it. But recently he's been pooping outside. We don't know if it's like too full or what's going on, so we're trying to figure that out currently. But he's not pooping around the house, just right outside the litter box. So at the very least, that's a plus, right?
He's got the room right.
Yeah, it could be worse. But he was also afraid it's funny because he was afraid of the kitchen where the food is and the litter box room where the litter is, which is like the hallway to our basement.
Yeah.
You know? He was afraid of those two rooms, and he would not be in the kitchen at all if somebody else was in there. And recently, I've been getting home. I'll stand in the kitchen, have like myself a little granola bar or a snack or whatever after work, and he'll come in there and he'll eat food. But if I start walking, he'll book it. But he's getting better, and he's taking baby steps. He's a big old boy too, but he's adorable, and we love him.
Well,
he's
the cafe,
very cuddly.
If you remember, the cafe said that when they first got him, that he was also skittish then.
Yeah.
So it's not abnormal for him to be like this, like especially so early on. He was there for a month, though.
He was there for a month, and
we're
he seemed fine because they have a live stream you can watch the cats on 24/7, and so. Ever since we met him, we put in our application. Dalia was watching that live stream, just like, is that our boy? There's our boy.
I would have trouble sleeping. I couldn't sleep at night until we got him because I was so excited. So I would just open the live stream while Brandon was next to me sleeping and just look for him and see if he was on the camera or not.
I can't wait until Dimitri deems me worthy and lets me lay eyes on him.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Our friends Josh and Tara came over like the same weekend we got him, and he fucking hid like the whole time. But he was hiding anyway already. So that like by then. So
see, I don't mind a hiding cat because I'm allergic to cats.
Sure.
But I would love to look. I love to look at the cats. Let me see.
Big boy.
Him, big boy.
I love me a big boy.
He's a cuddler. He loves to cuddle. Like, I'll be streaming. He'll get up here. He'll put two paws up in my shirt and, like, just kind of... It's like he's giving hugs sometimes. Aww. It's so cute.
And when I stream, he likes to get up on... like, I sit really close to my desk. So I have my hands like this, usually with a controller, depending on the game. And he'll get, like, right here between my arms while I have my controller. Playing the games. It's so sweet. And he'll be like nuzzling me.
Oh yeah.
Or clawing me up, trying to crawl over me and my shoulders.
Yeah, we need to trim his claws a little bit better, but other than that, he gives little love bites. And he'll go for my nose, like he'll start licking and then he'll bite my nose.
He does it with my chin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He also gets my ears. Like if he's doing the hug thing, he'll start licking my ears, which is it tickles like a motherfucker, and then he'll bite my earlobe, and it's like
He got my cheek the other day. You saw that, yeah.
But he is
sandpaper tongues.
He's been getting gentler with the nibbles, but he's really good. And
he's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
Captain Dimitri Marvelous.
Yeah.
Is that his full name?
Yes.
It is now.
I love it.
So originally it was Comrade Dimitri Meowler.
Whatever that is. We think it was like a COD reference or something.
A Call of Duty reference, yeah. But we were like, we're never going to use that. And we always use Dimitri anyway. So we changed it to Captain Marvelous, Captain Dimitri Marvelous, because that's our favorite Gokaiger.
And he's a pirate because he got one eye.
Yeah.
Love that.
Pirate.
And he sat on the shore like a parrot,
Yeah.
Very pirate-coded cat.
That's so sweet.
But another thing that kind of got us that we noticed, right, is, so I told you Dimitri was in there for around a month. Mm-hmm. They keep the dates, and he went into Kitty Brew Cafe almost like it was either like a day before or after Mooney passed away.
Wow.
Yep.
And so
he was just sitting there waiting for y'all.
That's exactly what we said. Like
Wow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Wow. I love the cat lottery system.
Yeah.
So much.
Mm-hmm. He's a good boy.
It's very unfortunate to lose Mooney.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
But for Dimitri to be sitting there waiting like that, oh man. If he wasn't a gift from Mooney, I don't know what is. That's so sweet.
But yeah, so a little sad, a little happy there, but that's what's been going on since we last recorded, since like episode 52. That's what we've been going through, and then B's funeral stuff is the reason we were 2 weeks without an episode, but it's fine.
It's raining sideways.
Yeah. It's a lot has been going on, is what I want to say. Is the gist of it?
Yeah.
I guess vibe checks.
I would have elaborated more, but as you guys saw, I started crying immediately.
Yeah.
I was
okay.
Mooney is. I brought Mooney into our relationship, and she was She was my gal. She was my rock. She was there with me through like some of my hardest moments in my life. So
Yeah.
she was very important. She is still very important to me. So it's really hard to talk about.
Yeah.
So I gotta let Brandon take the reins on it for the most part. Otherwise,
that's
I'm
why
just
I
crying.
did, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just crying the whole time. My vibe check is I'm pretty emotional.
Yeah. I can understand that. I feel similar.
You should go get her little paw print tattooed.
Get
it right above your heart.
I'm thinking about something like that, or I was gonna get like her little face, just because she's got those unique markings she has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Little penis face, yeah.
Yep.
She did not have a penis face.
She did have a penis face.
Only a little bit.
She very much
She
did.
was literally perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can have a penis face and be perfect. I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah. I'll definitely get some kind of tattoo. We also called her hamburger face, so I was thinking about doing some kind of like goofy little thing with her, like because we'd like take her face like a hamburger,
Mm-hmm.
like just put her face between two buns.
Yeah.
I don't know,
That's
something
sweet.
cute.
Right. But yeah, so vibe check, emotional, and burpee.
Excuse me.
Got it. B, what about you?
I'm tired, Grandpa.
Yeah. You started working, yeah.
Yeah, I started, so I haven't worked in 6 years. I lost my job in 2020, and at that point, I just stayed home with my kids. I got a part-time job, and even though it's part-time hours, I'm working full-time days.
Yeah.
And because I haven't worked in so long, I'm not used to this, and I am just whooped.
Yeah.
I worked 5.5 hours yesterday, and I came home and I just threw myself on the couch, and I looked at my husband and I was like, I could never do your job. He's the trash man.
Yeah.
So he's up early and real active and working long hours, and I'm like, I get it now. I get why you come home and you slump yourself down. I get it. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I couldn't do your job.
Fucking valid, yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I think 4 hours would be a solid work day if we have to work. You know.
My shifts are typically 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you get a break in between at all?
There's like a certain amount of time for a 15, I think.
Yeah. So
3 hours, I think, for a 15.
So I'm at the dollar store. The dollar store is not very strict.
Yeah.
So as long as there's some sort of coverage up
what
front.
What kind of dollar store? Is it a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree, a Dollar Family?
You asking B to dox themselves right now?
You know how many dollar stores there are in the world?
So?
Unless it's like a family-owned, only one in the world one, that's not a dox.
There's $3 stores: the yellow one, the green one, and the red one.
Yeah.
I work at the red one.
Family, got it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I used to work at Dollar Tree
Fun
in
fact,
high school.
Family Dollar and Dollar Tree used to be owned together. They
do remember that,
co-branded.
Yeah.
They separated recently. I don't know if it was within this year or last year, but the trainings are still combined. But the companies have separated.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got divorced, but they're sharing custody of
Yeah,
the kids.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess for my vibe check, I'm a little emotional having to, relive Mooney's story and everything. But overall, it's been a fine week. I am tired. We went to like a wedding reception thing last night for a friend of mine that I actually met through my ex, and we've kept in touch, and I was very pleasantly surprised to get an invite.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I had a dream about her last night that I'll have
Are
to
you
tell
serious?
you about later. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Nothing bad. It was so random and
Just
weird.
out of nowhere.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been dreaming a lot lately for no reason, and waking up in the middle of those dreams, and so I'm extra tired every morning.
I don't dream.
Yeah.
So, like, all that I remember from this dream was the words that was spoken.
Sure.
Like, I can talk about it without giving anything away.
Okay.
So I have aphantasia, right? So I can't see shit, and
Yeah,
I
I
just
know.
remember like the dialogue from my dream.
Yeah.
And I was having a party, and a friend invited a guy to the party, and then I asked how they knew this guy, and they told me that his girlfriend was
My ex?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and that's how. And I was like, why am I dreaming about her like that?
That's interesting.
Wild,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, just that's all it was. And I'm like,
By the way, My ex wasn't at this thing.
No.
And so, no, like, I'm talking
At
about
the
the wedding
wedding.
reception
Oh.
thing.
Yeah.
Which, like, I was like, maybe, because they were friends, right? No, it was just us. Us
Wow.
and, like, their family and close friends from high school and stuff. Like,
I was
was
bracing myself to meet this person, by the way. The ex.
just in case, yeah.
Just, I was bracing myself just to be like, okay, I don't know what the vibe's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be awkward. I don't know if it's going to be cold. I don't know if it's going to to be fine.
I mean, I've obviously moved on. I'm married, right?
Well,
Like,
yeah, but you don't know how she is. You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess it's true,
So.
sure. But no, either way, I was very, very pleasantly surprised to get the invite, and so I was like, hell yeah, I'll fucking go.
Yeah.
This person has only ever been the nicest to me.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart, and her wedding dress was beautiful.
I know.
They had like their actual wedding, I guess, last month on a beach, and it was so pretty. And it's like, oh, the pictures look so cute.
And the speeches were adorable.
Yeah, they really were.
Had me tearing up. So nice, and she's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I added her, by the way, on Facebook.
Did you?
Yeah.
We were like, I messaged her when we got home. I was like, we should do a board game night sometime. She's like, we would love that. Like, all caps immediately. It's like, all right,
Yes.
hell, we're doing this.
Let's do
Absolutely,
it.
we'll do this. I am
Yeah.
so down.
And
But
plus, I like that she called me gorgeous. So.
yeah,
Well, you are. So.
yeah, like, that's a given.
That's
Shut
just
up.
a fact.
Shut up.
Sorry, I think I think you might have heard mic noises. Anyway,
Jenna's titties
Who's
hit
Mike?
the mic.
but all that to say, we were dancing a bit last night. They put on the Cupid Shuffle after a slow dance, and we couldn't pass that up.
Oh yeah.
I put too much into those kicks like I usually do. We were exhausted. Plus, it was like a 2-hour drive
See,
one way.
me
So
5 years, I was telling him this. Me 5 years ago, I could have gone all night dancing.
mood, yeah.
After Cupid Shuffle, I was like,
Same.
like I gotta get back in shape because I love dancing. Like being there last night, I was like, I was dancing in my seat, going a little crazy. I was like,
I would love to go
dancing.
dancing with you because
Yeah.
my husband will not go dancing with me.
You want to go to Salsa on the Square sometime?
Yes, like I just want to dance. I don't have to get drunk. I just want to dance.
Dancing's fun. I'm not
Yeah.
good at it, but I like to do
Oh,
it.
I'm not good at it either.
I like to
But
move.
I want.
It's
I want to move. I want to dance. I
Yeah.
would love to go dancing with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would love that.
I gotta work on getting myself back in shape.
I want to do.
So-
I want to go karaokeing more and dance to people's karaoke.
Yes.
Like, because I know it makes me feel good when people dance to my karaoke. It's like, okay, I'm good enough for them to get down to. Hell
I've
yeah.
I've learned enough epic songs.
Like, I
I
got.
get down
Somebody
to
come
you
duet
enough,
with
so-
me.
It's like, you want to dance?
No one heard that.
Do you want to dance? Yeah, I got a little freak in me. I can do it.
I said I'm good enough to get down to you. I made a joke. I was hitting on him,
Oh,
but
well,
he didn't hear it.
I did not. I'm sorry, but I love you. I
I
think
love
you're
you.
adorable.
Thank you.
But also, it's just been really nice out the past couple weeks. But I'm
Yeah.
tired because of the Cupid Shuffle from last night. Like, we woke up at 9 to get blood work done for her before this. I was beat. I woke up again mid-dream, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do nothing
What do you
right
mean
now.
it's been nice out the last couple weeks? A couple days,
Days.
maybe.
Days, my
Okay, I
bad.
was
Did I
gonna
say
the heat's
weeks?
been unbearable.
Did I say weeks?
Yes.
He's like, I don't know.
You
But
did.
anyway, yeah, last couple days, it was nice enough out for us to have our windows open at night. And I was like, absolutely. It was so nice. It was beautiful at work. Yeah, it was great. Also, the past few weeks, we've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At lunch on work. On our lunch breaks at work. Are you good?
Yes.
Okay. Just dodging around the mic like fucking...
Well, I was hunting for my water because
Oh,
I
okay, I
finished
see.
my energy drink, but I
Speaking
didn't want
of
to
water, Dalia, I need to commandeer that one. I didn't...
Come and get it, big boy.
All right, I'm coming. Hold on.
Hey,
Here I come.
It's easier for you to move than me.
No, that's fair. I was like, you can pass it to B, you can pass it to me, but this is on.
You know what? That was fair. That was fair.
This is way more straightforward and easier.
Ain't none of us straight. Shut up.
That's fair. This is way more gay forward and easier. Oh,
Gay forward.
more like gay backward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo.
No, but so we had a lot to go over. So that part was a bit longer. I apologize, but I really don't.
But I don't apologize.
I don't. Yeah. So my vibe check is like I'm content right now for the most part. And you know what? I've got some damn good stories this recording session. So these next 5 episodes, I really hope you guys enjoy as well. This first one, I think you two are going to have a field day with. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I hope I'm right, because if I don't get any reaction from you after the story, I'm going to feel like a failure. So,
I
Are
like
we ready?
fields. I like Fields a lot.
You guys didn't ask me what song was in my head today.
What song is it?
What are you
Dean?
listening to?
I'm
I don't
listening.
care. It didn't matter.
I'm listening to "Take It Right On" by the Rare Americans.
Okay. You didn't ask me what song was in my head, so I mean.
Are you listening to a song in your head?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a compilation
Yeah.
that I made up in my head between "Do You Believe" the Cher,
Yeah, I love that song. Yeah.
and Cotton Eye Joe.
That's probably my favorite song to dance to at weddings is Cotton Eye Joe.
It just I go back and forth between the channels of the radio station in my brain.
What was the song last night? There was one song that had such a great transition. It was into
There were so many.
I can't even remember it now. I think it was My Own Worst Enemy is what it went into. But
Yeah.
there was
It wasn't the 369. That was after that.
that was
right?
after that. There was such a great transition from the DJ that we both were like, "Oh!" and just like looked at each other
Yeah.
With like a stank face
Like the
and
stank
everything.
face,
Oh.
yeah.
Love a
Yeah.
good stank face.
It really solidified. Last night really solidified.
Solidified. It's okay.
Solidified. That when we have our little like reception with our friends and family, that we
We need a dance floor.
have to have a dance floor.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Of course.
Because originally I was like, I wouldn't mind doing it in our backyard again, but I was like, no, I want a dance
So
floor.
since I was y'all's officiant for your wedding, do I get to be your MC for your reception?
do you want to be our
if you wanna
MC?
be.
I would love to be your MC.
Okay. Bet.
I would love that.
Bet.
Okay.
You have to dress up like a priest though.
So, I will go buy a whole fucking... I'll show up Father B. Father B. Father B.
Not the fee.
I'm a reverend. I will show up
Yeah.
decked out with a giant plastic crucifix hanging off me. Like,
It's like Flava Flav's clock, but a giant.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you think your mom
I
would
think
be
my
offended?
family. I think my family might be offended. Yes.
God damn.
So.
Okay, so wait, we could take pictures in the funny Flava Flav
Yeah.
outfit. And then have an appropriate outfit so that family is not upset.
So
Or I could just dress up in a Mothman costume.
I think that'd be adorable.
I mean,
yeah.
It is going to be around Halloween, so.
That's true. Ooh, that'd be fun to make it like a costume.
Ooh, like a
based
dress-up
thing.
thing?
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like Halloween.
But I kind of
theme-
want to wear a wedding dress, though.
We still can.
You can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I like
you
to
But
can.
now
dress
you're
up for
struggling with one.
Halloween.
Now you're struggling with want to dress up for Halloween. Yeah.
Do I make it a bloody wedding dress?
You could.
You sure can. You do whatever you want.
I'm going to have to think about
You
that.
do whatever you want.
honey,
Good thing
honey,
we have like a year.
Live.
honey, we could be Corpse Bride.
You could.
That'd be so cute.
Oh my gosh,
That'd
that would be so great.
cute. Yeah.
I could dress up as the dog.
Oh my god.
Or the worm.
Yep. I could be the worm.
Paint yourself green.
I could be a butterfly, a blue butterfly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad this banter seems to have wakened B up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm up. I'm ready for your story.
All right.
I know you're eager for my response. Let me
No,
get my notes open.
No, we're good. We're good. I just wanted, I'm fine with the banter. I was just making a passing comment because I know when B started, she was on the couch, laying down. Like if
It was nap time.
If it was quiet for too long, it would have been nap immediately.
Yeah, and if I would have fell asleep, they would not have gotten me up.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. But are we ready for my story today? I'm
Yes.
excited for this one, guys. And I have a tablet that I'm reading my story off for the first time, so I'm really excited for that.
Hell yeah,
New
that's
technology. So, I feel like I can't really speak for y'all. I didn't grow up a little girl, but I feel like every little boy's dream is to come across some buried treasure in the ground. I know when I was a kid, I think I've told this story a couple times here. When I was a kid, I used to have this collection of polished stones, and I put it in a box, and I buried it in my yard. I made a treasure map to it, and then I never found it again. You think I would have learned my lesson, but do you guys remember the movie Atlantis, The Lost Empire?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how there was like a little crystal necklace?
Yeah.
Well, like Burger King or McDonald's or something had a toy that was that, right? And I was like, oh, this is so cool. I love this. And I buried it in the yard, and I made a treasure map to it, and I never found it again.
That's so depressing.
I didn't even put it in a box or anything. I just buried it in the ground.
Oh man, but think about if there was another little boy that moved into that house
I
and got
hope
digging
so.
and found it.
I hope
How
so.
fucking excited! You got to think about it like that.
That's all I can hope for.
Hope that another little boy dug it up and found it.
But not every let me try that one again. Not every box in the ground is treasure. and some things stay buried for a reason. Today, as told by the show Evil Things, I give you a story that I like to call the Time Capsule.
Okay.
Connor grew up in a tiny, quote, podunk town in upstate New York. One of those small towns where bad things happen and nobody really wants to talk about it. For the interview he does for the show, he declines to ever say exactly where he lived to avoid any backlash from people that still may be living there that he grew up with. But in July of 1996, there's not supposed to be a but there. I added that in. I don't know why I did that. In July of 1996, a few months before I was born, actually, 12-year-old Connor is out back behind his house digging out a little track for his Hot Wheels with a garden trowel. When suddenly, the sound of metal hitting metal, he hits something solid buried underneath the dirt. Excitedly, he keeps digging until he unearths a large metal box about a foot tall, maybe about a foot wide as well, and roughly 5 inches deep. Did I say tall? It's like length times width. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 inches deep, yeah. Excitedly, he runs in to get his dad, Greg, who helps him pry it from the ground. Inside the box, they find some old baseball cards and a couple small vinyl records, amongst other things, all dating from around the 1950s. Connor's dad suggests that they might have just stumbled across someone's time capsule, maybe buried by a past owner of the house for someone to find in the future, and that someone just happened to be them. But one thing in the box felt different than the others. Wrapped up in an old red bandana, Connor's father finds a single empty bullet shell.
Nope.
While he certainly felt like it was out of place, he didn't really find it all too weird. I mean, after all, he used to shoot guns all the time with his dad growing up, right? That night, after bringing the box of old trinkets back home, the family sat down for supper. Oh, hold on. Let me change this direction of this mic. You may hear some noises. There we go. Because, I keep kicking the foot. There we go. Sorry. Back to the scary. His father brought up the possibility of overtime at work in the coming week. The family was having a rough time paying the mortgage currently, even with his mom Sarah already working double shifts at the diner. So the OT came at a decent time, even if his mother was annoyed that they would have to find a sitter for Connor. That annoyance turned into a discussion a little more stern than it should have been, and Connor, having finished up eating, asked if he could go hang out with his friend Sean's house. Sean lived about a block away from him, just a short jaunt through the trees between their houses, and Connor would be there. So close that the boys could even see each other's houses from their windows. So that's also kind of a dream. Being able to see your best friend's house from your house, in between you only being some woods, right?
I still daydream about that.
No, for real.
My high school best friend, Mariah, we still talk about getting houses next to each other and building tunnels underneath.
Oh my god.
So that we can we're connected.
So cute.
It's a goal of ours at some point.
Hell yeah. Given that it was already pretty dark out, Connor brings a flashlight and starts on his way. As he's setting off into the trees, Connor hears the faded sound of someone yelling out in the distance. Pointing his flashlight in that general direction, he's confused to see a man standing amongst the trees a good distance away from him. Connor didn't recognize this man, which was strange given how small the town was. Everyone knew everyone. So what business did this man have being behind his house if he wasn't from the area? The man wore all black clothing and looked over towards Connor as his flashlight fell on him. As Connor stood there wondering what was going on, the man started moving closer to him. As the man's short, tentative steps started to pick up the pace, Connor turned and fled back to the safety of his house. After hearing what had happened, Connor's father went out to check it out. And as things usually go in these stories, he didn't see anyone. His father just assumed that it must have been some teenager cutting through their woods. Not a big deal. The next night, way past when he's supposed to be asleep, Connor is in his room playing with the baseball that he had found in the box from the woods. The walkie-talkie that he and Sean used to talk to each other from the rooms makes a short buzzing noise. If you've never used a walkie-talkie, a short buzz usually can mean that someone on the other end just clicked the button. Because it's kind of like, it's turning it on from their end. It's not actual buzzing, but it's like it's not feedback either, but
Yeah.
Click.
yeah, it's like a click, right?
If you've used a walkie-talkie, you know what it sounds like.
Right. Connor tries to ask if Sean is awake through the walkie-talkie, thinking he might be trying to get a hold of him, but gets no answer. Now, Sean and Connor had a secret code that they used to communicate. When they were up past their bedtime. They each had a flashlight, and they would flash it 3 times out their bedroom windows to see if the other was awake. Well, in Connor's case, his window was more of a door to the backyard that was all window. You know those kind, right? It's like all glass door kind of, yeah.
Yep.
After not getting a response on the walkie-talkie, Connor decides to use this method to see if Sean was awake. While Connor didn't get a response back, he did notice something as his flashlight lit up a patch of the backyard. A baseball card. Seemingly just like one of the ones he found in the time capsule. It was just sticking straight up out of the dirt at the edge of the trees, as if someone had placed it in there on purpose. Well, Connor was a 12-year-old baseball nut, and that card looked like it would be really valuable.
Oh, dear. Yeah, you can tell from that far away. Okay.
There was no way he was leaving it out there. Connor reaches for the handle to his room's back door and sneaks outside as quietly as he can. As he's about to reach down and pick up the card, Connor looks up and is startled to see the silhouette of a man walking towards him from the trees.
Oh, hell no.
Connor runs inside to wake up his dad, and Greg goes out to investigate. He doesn't initially see anyone, but he does see the baseball card sticking out from the dirt. And Connor was right. It looked way too intentional. Greg thinks, is someone trying to lure my son outside? This reminds Greg of an incident a few years back in their small town where a boy around Greg's age had gone missing. Did this have anything to do with that? This idea causes Greg to do something a little crazy. Returning to the house, Greg loads up his shotgun and heads back outside.
Okay. Yeah.
He was going to search their entire property, and if someone was there, the plan was to scare the living daylights out of them so that they would never come back. While he doesn't find anyone on the search of his property, Greg does find some unfamiliar boot prints. This prompts him to call the town deputy, Eddie, who he and Sarah had known since around the 2nd grade. Eddie comes and checks things out, and however, when he arrives the next morning, the boot prints were nowhere to be found. Greg instructs both Connor and Sarah to stay away from the woods for the time being. A few days later, Connor is home with a babysitter while his parents are working late. There's not much to do in the house, but the sitter was given strict instructions to not let Connor outside after dark. As he's laying in bed that night, Connor hears a small clink noise that makes him sit up. As he sits in the dark, the noise comes again. It sounds as if someone is throwing small pebbles at his back window door. Connor gets out of bed and looks around the backyard. Maybe Sean snuck over, was trying to get his attention. He flashes his flashlight 3 times, but gets no response from anyone or from anywhere. As Connor gets back to bed, he hears a small thud at his back door. Looking back, he screams as he sees a large, dark shadow figure in the shape of a man. It has one hand on the glass and appears to be looking in at him. Connor runs to tell his dad, and Greg is out the door with his gun before Connor even has a chance to fully explain what he saw. Greg at this point is determined to find the guy who's been bothering his son. So he follows the trees out of their neighborhood and even deeper into the woods. At some point, Greg comes across a small little makeshift shack back there. How had he never noticed this before? How has he never seen this? The shack was not much bigger than an outhouse, really, and a flickering light shines dimly through the cracks of the walls. Greg can hear music coming from within the cabin. It sounded as if it was being played on like an old tinny radio. Did he finally find this guy? As he approaches, Greg calls out to see if anyone was inside, informing them that he had already called the police. No answer or sign of movement from inside the cabin. As he points his shotgun at the cabin, Greg calls out again and gets no answer. He opens the door. Inside, by the light of a few flickering candles, Greg finds the radio that was playing on top of an assortment of blankets, pillows, and sleeping bags. Next to the makeshift bed sit some magazines as well as a stack of canned goods. It was obvious that someone had been staying here. Greg says, looking back, he's glad that he didn't find the person there at the time because he probably would have done something that he would have regretted later. Mm-hmm. Greg goes home, and after giving himself time to calm down, he calls Deputy Eddie. When Eddie arrives, Greg leads him to the cabin. When Greg was last there, the candle had been lit and he had left the door wide open when he left. Now, the cabin was dark and the door was closed. The person staying there must have come back. Could he still be inside? Eddie tries to get Greg to unload his shotgun, but Greg says, and I quote, "No chance." Eddie readies his own gun and announces to the cabin that he was a cop and orders anyone within to slowly come out with their hands up. After a moment of silence, Eddie calls out asking if anyone was in the cabin. When no answer comes again, Deputy Eddie slowly opens the cabin door to reveal not exactly what Greg had described. While the sheets, pillows, and cans were all still there, the inside of the cabin looked like 30 years had gone by in like the 15 minutes it had taken Greg to bring Eddie back to the cabin.
Whoa.
The cans were now all empty and tossed aside. The pillows were stiff and the sheets were rotted. Rat shit and cobwebs filled the empty space in the small shack.
The fuck?
Greg had no explanation for it. The next morning, the family ate breakfast in silence, all a bit shaken up from the night before. They jump as Deputy Eddie knocks on the door. Greg goes to see what Eddie wanted and is given some shocking news. Upon looking into some old case files, Eddie has found that back in 1957, a little boy around Connor's age had been lured back into the woods and murdered. Although the house was different at the time, the boy had lived at the very address that Greg, Sarah, and Connor currently lived in. While the police never caught the perpetrator, they did find the boy's blood all over the small shack in the woods. The same shack, the note suggested, that Greg had found the night before. And that's not all. While the police never caught the man responsible, the father of the murdered boy seemed to. And after he caught the guy, the kid's dad shot him through the back of the head with a .38. The same type of bullet, Greg realized, as the empty shell he had found in the box a few days prior. Thinking about it more later on, Greg came to realize that the time capsule that Connor had found may not have been a time capsule at all. You see, because they never found the boy's body, they could never have a proper funeral. The box was a memorial, made by the parents of the murdered boy and filled with all his favorite items and music, as well as the bullet that got revenge on his murderer. The family refilled the box with everything they had found in it, and buried it back exactly where they found it. And Connor and Greg never saw the man in the woods again.
Oh my god. Holy
Wow.
shit. That was fucking cool, but also
That was
yeah.
a really good story.
Yeah.
I thought
really
you guys
liked
would like that one, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The reveal of like the 30-year-old, like 30 years went past and everything was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
The
even have any
cobwebs.
notes because that was just fucking. Oh my god.
See, at first when you were telling the story, I was like, is this true crime or is this paranormal? And then
See, I was thinking the same thing as I was watching it. I was like, wait a second, is this true crime? Where's the paranormal aspect come in?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking at first, like, is that time capsule like mementos or whatever? Maybe it's the murderer. Maybe he's still there. Like, I'm thinking this is an actual guy, but you're right. That reveal is insane. And like reading through again and
the candle was lit when he saw it, so of course we're thinking it's the actual guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
No, that was wild.
I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good one. I was like, I know they're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
You said no notes. Be any thoughts on that? Like, because
That's fucking sick.
yeah, and like, man, and just it's
I'm glad they had the sense to return everything to its original
Yeah.
place.
me too.
Yeah.
Because what do you think? Do you think it could have possibly been like, I don't know, because like maybe the spirit of the murderer comes back because they unearthed the time capsule? Because from what I understand, nothing had happened at their house or in those woods before then.
It could have been the boy grown up, or like grown up as a spirit. I don't know if that's even possible.
Right.
Or the father that got the murderer spirit came
I
back and was
think-
like, why did you unearth that?
I think there's a part of me that's like, maybe it has nothing to do with like the actual spirits, right? Maybe it's like echoes. You know what I mean? Like maybe unearthing that box that was filled with so much tragedy and so much emotion, unearthed like, or just, it's like it set a play button on on a VCR tape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like this is, and when you think about it like that, it's so creepy because is
cool.
this what that boy saw? That Connor saw? Is this what he was saying? Is like the guy at his back door? Is that how he came through? Is that how he kidnapped him? Did he lure him out with a baseball card? Like it really makes you think,
so
right?
Yeah.
cool. It's so tragic, but it's such a
No,
cool
it's very
concept.
tragic, but it's like the story is very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I agree. You got pictures?
I got 2 pictures for you guys today. Oh wait, I forgot how I do this usually. There we go. So I got 2 pictures. I didn't think it would be beneficial to show the person telling the story because they didn't want to say the name of the town, so I assume they also probably used the stand-in, right? Mm-hmm. But this first one is just a picture of a time capsule. Hold on, let me find the chat. Yeah, this is just a picture of a time capsule. I don't know if you guys ever made one of these back in like elementary school. I know we did. I don't know where it was, but if you don't know what a time capsule is, it's just people put stuff from your time into something and bury it or seal it and stuff. And then people in the future unearth it and are like, hey, this is stuff from back then. It's a really neat concept and I enjoy it.
I always wanted to do it like back in school, but never got the chance to.
No, yeah, I believe my class did it in elementary school. But so this is just a time capsule. Let me see. Do I have any notes on this one? It looks okay. It says MIT time capsule, so I assume it's one that MIT unearthed. It looks like it says do not open until 2956 AD, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they might not have unearthed it. They might have put it in there, maybe. I don't know. And then I have one more picture, and I just thought this was interesting, is I'm sending you now a picture of the type of bullet that was found within the time capsule in this story. Not the time capsule, within that box in the story. So this is what the bullet looked like. But because it was empty, I assume that means that like that little nubbin up top, that was not there. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been just the shell.
Yeah, just the shell. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Any closing thoughts before we get over to Dalia's story? I was getting chills again because I was seeing your guys' reaction. I was like, this is going well.
Yes. I have one thought.
Sure.
Can I have my water?
Of course.
Thank you. B, could you... Oh.
Give this to Kevin.
Kevin's not here.
I thought B was about to take a sip too, the way that she paused.
No, they don't drink after other people.
No.
Okay, that's why I would have been confused. I would have been like, wait, what?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the last person you expect to take a sip out of your drink.
Yeah.
Oh, I love water.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's good. It's good.
I'm so sorry to do this. Before we jump to
gotta
Dalia's
pee?
story, I really need to use the restroom.
All right,
Go pee?
that's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Did you chug that drink?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
We are
that'll do
back at our regularly scheduled program. We'll be right back. And we are back. All of us have taken creepy
Emptied out.
peepees and have for the moment emptied ourselves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Dalia, what have you got for us today?
So, for today,
Sorry, I just really like the name of this next one. I'm excited. I was like, you gotta listen to this. You gotta hear this.
I'm like, are you trying to get me to look at something?
yeah, here. No.
Whoa!
You missed it.
Did you see that?
Did you flash?
I almost did.
Oh,
Not
okay.
full on, but
I
I got
went-
to see cleavage.
Oh.
Whoa!
B's like, and that's enough.
Yes! sorry. I'm sorry.
Anything's
I
enough.
like
I get
boobies.
it. No, I'm right there with you. I get it. What's up? What's wrong?
Remind me for the next episode, I actually do have an important update for y'all.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Word. Okay.
Hold on. I think. Give me 1 second. We're gonna shift this here.
We're having some technical difficulties.
I'll explain this. All right. So,
I move a lot.
well, so the reason I was just messing with B's microphone. So the reason I did that is because the way, like, with where your mic was, it was like around this area. and I would like it to be more straight. That way, no matter which way you look, right? Because you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Stop asking for us to be straight.
Oh, I would never. Your story?
Oh, now you're ready? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay, all right.
I'm so ready.
I'm hot and ready for you. Sorry. I'm going to put myself in timeout while I listen
I
to
was
your
going to
story.
blow you a kiss, but you closed your eyes. I have a
I'll take
question
it.
for both of you.
I'll take it.
I have a question for...
I'm so glad we don't have a camera in here.
Mama!
A piece.
Let me get into my muscle mommy physique and I'll pick you
Yes.
up. It's okay. I have a question for both of you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ready.
What are your feelings on puppets?
Don't like. I have like bad experiences with puppets.
I like marionette puppets.
See, those are the ones I like the
but
least.
that's
Those are
it.
so cool, though.
Marionettes are the only kind of puppets.
They're
that
so
I like.
cool, right?
So marionettes
Well,
are the...
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're fine.
I have some of the NSYNC. There we go.
Puppets from the music
Marionette
video.
puppies.
Marionette
Holy
puppies.
Holy shit,
The
guys.
NSYNC marionette puppets.
There you go.
I have 2 of them at my house.
From the music video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell
See, marionettes
yeah.
are the ones that creep me out the most.
Mm.
But I
They're
have
so
like
cool, though.
I have like a specific reason why and stuff like that. But also, like whenever a horror movie uses puppets, it's always marionette puppets. So maybe there's a little bit of bias that way too.
Yeah.
But yeah, marionettes are pretty creepy. There are some that's obviously like, okay, that's cute, that's fine, sure. I feel like every puppet has a creepy threshold, you know, where like there's a type of puppet to where at some point it'll pass over into creepy.
I can't do ventriloquist puppets.
Ooh,
Those are
ventriloquist
the worst
dummies?
ones for me. Yeah, unless it's Jeff Dunham's puppets. I don't know what it is about his.
So you were not a big fan of the Night of the Living Dummy series from
No,
Goosebumps,
no,
were
I
you?
was not. Ooh, I could not.
I thought you said 9/11 dummies.
No.
No.
That's
Night
what I heard.
of the Living Dummy.
Yeah, no.
No, I
was
I
nope.
understood after, but I was like,
Oh,
what's that?
Slappy from
Nope.
Goosebumps. Wow.
Not for me.
All
Nope.
right. Cool. That's fun.
Personally, you guys know I love dolls.
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
yes.
But I fucking love marionettes. I think I love them because they are creepy.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I
Right?
can get that.
So anyway, I had to share my feelings as well because you know I love this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Good to know your guys' stance
Yeah.
because this next allegedly true encounter is titled Puppet People. This was written by username Clarence. They posted this on January 14th of 2013 on yourghoststories.com.
All right.
The country of origin.
The country of the origins.
You know, speaking is really hard today, apparently.
For all of us, yeah.
Told you, words
Is
are hard.
the United States. And the state is Louisiana.
Oh, that
Louisiana?
tracks somehow.
The paranormal category is non-human entities, which you probably could have guessed. All right, so let's get into it.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I am a freelance writer, see broke dreamer, by trade, and have been known to make up numerous stories with the sole intention of entertainment, and a handful of times I have even exchanged them for actual money, much to my bewildered amusement, I can assure you. So, though it may be the standard knee-jerk reaction to hear writer and think liar, in this instance I can promise you this is not the case. In fact, the story I'm about to recount is not one that I would want to claim as a fiction writer. Nothing much happens in it, plot-wise, and the climax sort of leaves you wanting. Still,
So sleeping with a man. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you know what? I can't even blame you there. That's fair. That's fair.
Still, it's probably the single scariest thing that has ever happened to me, and arguably the one experience from my childhood that has affected me more than any other.
So sleeping with a man.
Yeah.
New Orleans, 1991. The first time that I encountered something supernatural, I was about 7 years old and faking sick so I could stay home from school because this kid who had been picking on me during recess. So, there I am, faux sick and lounging on the sofa in my grandparents' living room when the sound of my grandmother, I don't know why I said it like that, coming down the stairs filters in from the foyer. I quickly close my eyes, getting into character. I hear my grandmother enter the den and shuffle around for a moment, gathering her things. The jingle of keys, the snap of a wallet. After a few more moments of shuffling, I hear the side door in the attached rec room shut, and then a car starting outside. Wow. I wait a few beats just to be safe, and then open my eyes. Creak. I could do it better. Is that better?
Yeah. That really puts me there, yeah.
The sound coming from the attached rec room I just mentioned, which is actually an add-on my grandfather had converted from a 2-car garage. The room is fully equipped with a wraparound sofa, a stocked bar, a closet full of G.I. Joes, and a large state-of-the-art stereo system circa 1991. 5 CDs on a large rotating frisbee? What a decadent madness is this? You guys know what that is, right?
Oh yeah, that's luxury is what that is.
Yeah, that was the best.
Yeah.
Though right now my focus is on the toy closet. The only thing that divides the den and the rec room is a 4-inch carpeted drop, and so I can see clearly across to the closet, which is built into the room's far wall. And to a 7-year-old Clarence's wide-eyed amazement, I can see that the closet door is slowly opening. I can't move. My eyes are fixed on the door as it is casually swinging open. This isn't a draft or overzealous hinges. Something is wrong here. I can feel it in my bones, just as clearly as I do now, years later, as I type these words. Is she gone? The voice is a distinct whisper, clear and yet somehow not right. The way it seems to hum on the last syllable of every word, sort of like the vibration you hear when a bass note is played through an old amplifier. I can still hear that voice as clear as day in my memory. I wish I couldn't, but I can. He's shorter than the doorknob. The first one leans out. He's shorter than the doorknob and looks, for lack of less ridiculous reference, like a humanoid puppet from the American children's show Sesame Street. Fuzzy light pink skin with shiny black nose, big cartoonish eyes, and a tuft of troll doll-like hair atop his football-shaped head.
Oh.
The only difference is that this little guy isn't being puppeted by anyone, and his legs are clearly visible. 7-year-old me is so fascinated by this aspect that I am suddenly overwhelmed by the desire to get closer, to get a better look at this puppet person. My fear takes a back seat to my childish curiosity as I begin to sit up. Then comes the grunt. What seems to be an affirmative response to the first puppet's question, the new voice brings me to a halt. If there was something vaguely creepy about the first one's tone, then the second one's voice is downright disturbing. People don't sound like that. Make the sound without opening your mouth. Did it sound sort of like Yeah, it did when I just did it. Now imagine that sound, but louder and with a bass-like hum to it. Yeah, but like loud. Yeah. That sounded sassy. The first puppet exits the closet, followed by his nearly identical companion. The two of them are only visible for a moment as they hurry behind the rec room's wraparound sofa. Once again, my fear subsides, giving way to curiosity. Trying my best not to make a sound, I slip down off of the den's sofa and slowly crawl across to the rec room. The first puppet is now apparently bending over something behind the rec room sofa, and his little denim rear end, they're both wearing faded gray denim overalls, is now poking out from behind the wraparound couch. I make my way across the rec room, still on my hands and knees, following the long end of the wraparound sofa over to where I can see the first puppet's butt poking out. I'm inches away when I finally stop crawling. too afraid to go any closer. I can't even bring myself to poke my head around the bend in the sofa, so instead I simply reach out and place a hand on the puppet's back, saying in a timid whisper, "Hey." The thing instantly whirls around, its big puppet eyes now glaring at me as I retract my hand. It leans around the corner of the sofa, bringing us face to face, and I open my mouth to say something, though I'm not sure what it would have been. Oh my goodness gracious. The puppet darts out a hand and pinches my arm. Hard. Harder than I had ever been pinched before or since. Hard enough to break the skin on my forearm and inevitably cause a small scab to form. Without a thought, I'm up and across to the side door and then out onto the lawn where I wait for what feels like hours until my grandmother finally comes back. She starts to scold me as she exits the car, something about faking sick just so I could go outside and play, but then she sees my face. At first, I don't want to tell her what took place. Even at 7 years old, I'm aware that these kinds of things just plain don't happen. But then she asks about the tiny smear of blood on my arm, and I break down. I tell her a condensed version of the story. I even admit to fake sleeping earlier when she was leaving, after my grandmother tries to insist that it was nothing more than a bad dream brought on by the fever I'd been faking all day. I don't admit to faking sick, of course. That would just be reckless. So the conversation ends there, at least as far as my grandmother is concerned. For me, though, to this day, it's still a constant debate. Am I simply crazy, or did scary-ass puppet people actually dwell in the toy closet of my grandparents' rec room? I didn't say it was a logical debate. I can remember weeks afterwards sitting in class or whatever and looking at the scab on my arm and every time thinking, oh yeah, that happened. That actually happened. And that's the end.
What the fuck?
That's so out of fucking left field. Because usually you expect, like, creepy puppets or whatever, like puppets coming alive, you expect them to be like the marionette or like fucking Annabelle or some shit. But like Sesame Street looking motherfuckers?
A Muppet? It was a Muppet?
I want to know.
Muppet people with a football head?
So I want to know, and I wish they had found this out. I want to. So it came out of like a cabinet area, like a toy closet, right? Is what you said? Mm-hmm. So were there any toys like that in there? And if not, like, did it just materialize from there? Is there like, that's so fucking weird. And you're right. It like my first thought would have been fever dream, but they weren't even sick. One, they were faking sick. They weren't asleep. They were faking that. And they still have a scab from, like, how hard that fucking pinch was, which that had to have something like claws. You would think.
Yeah.
And my first thought with that is that, oh, they're like Muppet people. Obviously, it's going to be like, you know, soft felt or whatever. But that leads to the assumption or the thought that, like, they're just as, like, solid as, like, we are, right?
Yeah.
Which that's where a disconnect is happening.
Because I can't see a felt hand pinching that hard. I mean, it would be hard for me to pinch somebody that hard that I would leave a scab, let alone a felt hand. That's fucking crazy.
Which leads me to believe it's not felt; it's just hairy. So, like, I guess if we're going off on debates,
what is it, like a fuzzy rock? Are they rock trolls?
I mean, if we're thinking about this, it's like those things are leading me to like kind of conclude that they're not actually puppets or like puppet people. They just kind of look the same. Maybe it could be something taking on that form because that's what it's seen before. It did come out of a toy closet, you know. But
and the way they were like, "Is she gone?" makes me think that it's something that's taking the form of something else.
Like it's a reoccurring thing almost too. Mm-hmm. Like, do they do this all the time when Grandma leaves? Like, it's weird. I want to know more.
That was a super fucking cool story.
Yeah,
super cool.
We're on a roll today.
Like that one took me by surprise because you hear puppet people. I was like, okay, I think I kind of know where this is going, and I just did not.
The only note that I have was when you said puppet people, all I could think about was walking around with someone's hand shoved up my ass.
You do that often?
They wish. I plead the fifth.
So, do you have any photos for us, I guess?
I do. So, the first photo, OP actually posted this along with the encounter. The caption on the photo read, "A friend that I confided in requested a sketch. The one on the left was the pincher, which made the experience even more creepy." And I'm still trying to pull it up.
I'm excited for this. They have a fucking sketch.
Me too.
Yeah.
We nearly never have a sketch for Dalia stories.
Yeah. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the pincher, and then, sorry, did we cut you off? Go on.
No, that was the caption, and
Okay.
I just sent it to you on accident. Let me try to send it in the TPIBOTE.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see too.
I'm sorry. Here you go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Oh my God. You said the one on the right was the pincher? Or
So
the
I
left?
think they said the left. Hold
The
on.
left is the pincher? But what? Because the one on the right obviously looks more hostile, you know?
The one on the left was a pincher. Yep.
So the one on the left was the pincher.
Yep.
Okay, what about the one on the right? Do we have notes on that?
Nope.
Really? It's just the other one, I guess?
Yeah, well, they were both out there,
True.
but yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, so this is leading me more and more to believe that I don't know. I just don't know. Because like I know we say all the times that like as much as me and B like to joke about, there really are no rules to the paranormal that we know of. Like
none.
Like our world isn't made up of law, right? It's just society that is. And
It's all man-made.
but this completely goes against everything that like we have heard before, at least. This is insane to me. Like my brain is having a hard time. It's having such a disconnect. That's so wild.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only note I have is that these drawings differ from what OP was saying. So I was a little confused because they said they were both wearing denim overalls.
Well, it looks like that one on the left does have overalls almost.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just confused as to...
Maybe they misspoke, or maybe they were just trying to get the general shape of it. Like,
Yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's reasoning behind it, but I know there's a few inconsistencies. Like they said that they were nearly identical to each other. These two are not identical to each other.
Maybe. Well, I mean, they were a kid. Maybe they just meant in the way that they were a puppet. You know, like that.
That
could
would
be
make sense.
That could be possible.
Yeah.
For skeptics, it feels like we're making a lot of excuses, but like we're not skeptics. We're here to look at stories like as if
they are true,
as if they're objectively true. That's what we're here for. There is a time and place for skepticism, even in this podcast sometimes. However,
sorry, I'm moving
no,
the mic.
go ahead.
I honest to God love the idea of just treating things like they are objectively true, especially when they are paranormal and odd, because it just gives the whimsy. It just gives like curiosity and just like, just the possibilities are amazing, right?
Yeah.
I love just, you know what? It's true. I'm going to believe this person.
And there are times when we're like, I don't know about that. But
Yeah. Remember Olivia?
Yeah.
Fucking Olivia, remember I forget the name of the story, but the one where it was just like I saw a ghost that one time. It was flowery language.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that one wasn't really full of skepticism. It was mostly just kind of like,
What the fuck was that?
that's it. You know what I mean? But no, yeah. This show, if you haven't picked up on it after 57 episode, on episode 57, it's mostly about we hear these stories and we're just taking them at face value and reacting to them as if they're real, because we all believe in the paranormal. So it's not out of our, like, at least for us, it's not out of our belief system, right? So
Out of our ara.
Yep.
okay.
So for the second photo, I apologize. It is It's not really related to the story itself, but it's to do with another comment that the OP made.
Okay.
The comment was left 3 years after the original post.
Hey, yo.
And they said, "Hello, good people of your ghost stories, and happy Halloween. It's been a couple of years since I posted this story about one of the most defining moments of my life, and since I shared the tale with you folks, a lot has changed.
Okay.
Specifically, I got a book published. It's fiction, but borrows heavily from a lot of my paranormal experiences in real life.
Fair.
Anyway, thanks for reading, and if you enjoyed this story, you might dig the book." And in parentheses, I have Amazon link. I'm going to share the photo of the book from that link.
Okay. I have also, I've written some, like, short horror stories on Wattpad. There is also, like, at least one where I have featured, like, as inspiration, real-life events that have happened to me. And that just happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't... Because I know there are going to be some people who are like, "Oh, see, they wrote a fiction book. It was obviously just."
Yeah.
But you can take real world events that happen to you and put them into fiction. That's just a thing. That is just a thing that happens when you write.
You got it.
Yeah.
So the book
eventually.
is titled "From the Obscenely Strange Case Files of Dead Things Mikey." It was written by the OP, whose name IRL is Joel Farrelly.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Well,
Cool shit.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down with it. All right. And B, you said you have a very emotional one for us today.
I do. It's a motivational story.
All right.
Bear with me just a second here.
Sure. Will
Where?
do.
My ass. Sorry. Before I start, I do just want to give a small trigger warning for mentions of suicidal ideation.
B has the trigger warnings.
I
this
do.
time.
I have
Okay.
the trigger warning. I'm sorry.
So mentions of suicide.
Mentions of suicidal ideation.
Okay.
Yeah. OP has titled this, "Why It Gets Worse Before It Gets Better." This is my opinion, but I wanted to write it out in the hope that someone might read this and get the strength to keep going in your healing process. For a bit of a background, I started my healing process about 4 years ago. I got lucky, and that even on Medicaid, I was able to feel comfortable with the only therapist that was available to me. I truly didn't ever believe that I would be able to live a normal life, meaning free from fear, anxiety, nightmares, crippling flashbacks, and self-hatred. But I tried anyways. Mostly because I had finally met a healthy person, and I knew that if I didn't get help, I'd end up sabotaging the relationship and losing him. Last year, I made some major breakthroughs, and I actually decided to end therapy because I thought I was doing well enough that I didn't need it anymore. But then a major trauma, one that I'd been silent about in therapy, came roaring back and sent me spiraling. I did not want to talk about it. I actually felt like I didn't need to talk about it until it hit me in the face and I had no choice. This was when things went south for me. I felt worse than I ever had. I had wished I hadn't gotten into therapy, and most of all, I wanted to quit. Things were so much better before I had the ability to identify why I was in so much pain. Eventually, I landed in the hospital because I was just ready to end it all. The hospital didn't help much, except to put me on a new med that helped me control my fear enough to tackle some of my most painful traumas without, well, ending up back in the hospital. Now, a year later, I'm healthy. I feel confident and strong and happy, but I also know how lucky I am to have been able to receive treatment in our capitalist society. But this isn't about capitalism. The reason why it gets worse before it gets better is because trauma is an iceberg. The easiest parts are the ones we work through first, and that makes sense because we need to be ready before we can start healing from the most damaged and infected parts of our psyche. But after the easy, in quotes, because none of this is ever easy or even simple, easy traumas get worked through. The hard ones are left. And by then, we are usually able to at least subconsciously be able to recognize that we're in pain and that something is wrong. And our minds start to get anxious to be rid of those most painful things, as well as fearful of whether that's even possible. And then, after the hard parts get dealt with, then comes the boss battle of trauma, which makes us even more anxious and fearful because we know when we allow ourselves to think about those things, it hurts like nothing should ever hurt. There are levels to this shit, but whatever level you're on, I hope this gives you strength and faith to keep going. You deserve to heal, you deserve happiness, and most of all, you deserve to hope.
Hell yeah.
Y'all both looked at me to see if I was crying. I don't appreciate that.
I wasn't looking at you to see you were crying.
Oh, I was.
Cruel.
No, yeah.
I'm the crier if y'all can't tell.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure y'all already know that, but
At
continue.
57 episodes.
We appreciate someone having the soft sleeve.
There's nothing wrong with crying.
Not at
I don't
all.
think that should be it.
Not at all.
That shouldn't be like a negative trait.
Not
ever.
at all.
It's
I'm
okay.
just being feisty. I don't think it's actually negative.
Yeah, feeling emotions enough to bring you to tears is honestly such a beautiful thing to me.
Crying is what happens when your body is so overwhelmed with emotions that it doesn't know what to do, and that's your body releasing it.
Yeah.
Cry. Release that
No,
shit.
for real.
Let it feel
There's-
good. I
I
don't care
can't
if you
even-
drop a sock on the floor and it makes you cry. Cry. It's gonna make you feel better.
Yeah.
I can in an event, honestly.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Cry.
No, yeah. I like that. It is really motivational. It just reminds us that healing and grief and stuff, that's none of that is linear.
No.
Like it's gonna you don't get better at it over time. One day it may be the worst it's ever been before going back to being fine. That's just how it works. I once saw this illustration, you guys might have seen it too, where it's like grief specifically, but this could be used with healing and stuff as well, right? Where it's like, picture a box with a ball in it, and the ball is huge, and it could barely move around the box, and in that box is a button, and every time that button is hit, it activates your trauma, or it activates like your emotions or whatever. And that, so at first, after it happens, that ball is going to hit it more often. It's huge, but over time the ball gets smaller, and while it's still going to hit the button, it may take more time before it does that in between, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've always really liked that analogy. But no, yeah, like, yeah,
That makes sense.
I hope that has helped somebody who's heard it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. For my picture today, I have a little graphic sheet. The OP had touched on about how trauma's an iceberg.
Yeah.
This is the trauma iceberg.
Okay.
It explains what people might see on like the surface versus what's actually going on underneath.
Yeah.
So like some examples it gives for on the surface is irritability, shutting down, overreacting, people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
And underneath of it, the real reason behind it is grief that was never processed, shame, unmet attachment needs, fear of rejection or abandonment, things like that. You know, there's it makes me think about like whenever I'm driving and someone is just being a fucking asshole on the road.
Yeah.
I think to myself, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know if they're trying to get to the hospital because their loved one is dying. You don't know.
No, I
I just
agree.
try to,
Especially like now, it's so easy to be reactionary
Yeah.
to things, and I'm definitely not like above that at all.
No.
Like I'm very reactionary,
Me
but I
too.
do it takes, like, even if you think you're really good at it, it still takes effort for, like, if something happens, especially something happens that like irritates you that somebody does, it takes a lot of effort to be like to just, you know, I wonder why they did that. I hope they're okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's something that I am actively working on.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
that's it. We've known each other a long time. It's, you know, I'm just as reactive sometimes.
Like, yeah.
It's,
I just realized, I love how we've known each other so long to watch each other grow and be like how we were as kids, being like basically angry and reactionary and everything.
We're
and
not
then
the same 16-year-olds.
No, for sure. And
Not
then
at all.
and then we just watch each other through, and obviously we had a giant time where we weren't talking to each other, but we get to see this growth in each other, and it's so nice. That's so nice. I'm so happy to have a friend like that.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that I got Dalia through you.
That's gay.
Yeah, well,
Y'all gay.
Yeah.
but I'm glad to have friends like you guys.
Ditto.
Us too.
I love you guys.
Love you
We
too.
love you.
Gay.
And we
Gay.
love and we love you, wonderful listeners.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Well,
Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
well, thank you for that, B.
Yeah, of
I really
course.
appreciate that. It was a really good motivation. I hope it's helped somebody out there listening to this right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's our show, guys. If you want to find more of us, we are on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, but not Twitter because...
Fuck Twitter.
Fuck Twitter. We're also on YouTube if you want to listen to us there. We have like a waveform video that you can kind of watch. It's a little bit more interesting. But if it's also okay if you just listen on like YouTube Music or any other podcast platform or wherever you are now. Like 100%
No, it's not.
okay.
Don't listen to him. I'm kidding.
We're on TikTok as well. It's the same stuff as socials. We post clips. We post the photos that we post today. You'll see them on our socials. If you have your own stories, whether they be something wholesome, something motivational, something happy from your life, or whether they are your true paranormal experiences, you can send those to us at TPIBOTE, TPIBOTE, at outlook.com. If they are paranormal stories, put in the subject line that they are for Dalia to read.
No H.
No H.
And if they are not paranormal stories, put that there for B to read. BEE.
Like the insect. Buzz.
Like the insect?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
like the insect.
We do this like every other episode.
It's been a long time since the last time, though. But yeah,
every other recording session, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I think that's all we have. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Excuse me.
Okay, thank you, Dalia. I missed that one. All
I
right.
said excuse
Well,
me.
then who would like to lead us out for the day? Oh, Dalia pointed at B right as B put. All right, I guess I'll do it. I've been doing the rest of the stuff anyway. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, this podcast was based on true events.